Good afternoon and welcome to another Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV presentation of Nantucket Whalers Athletics. We're coming to you live from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as your Whalers Girls Varsity Basketball team hosts the Lions from St. John Paul High School. Happy to have you along here on the NSC and NCTV, locally on Channel 1072. And, of course, the Nantucket Sports Connection is our channel on the tube across the world. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports, alongside Sean Davis, who will be providing all the action on the court. And, of course, Charles Douglas, who is the NCTV legend. Charles is in charge. The Lady Whalers are 4-4 after a convincing 57-14 win over Cape Cod Academy this weekend. St. John Paul coming in at 8-1 as they defeated Nauset Tuesday evening by 20 points. We'll chat a little bit about each team here, but before we get to our game preview, I do want to take a moment and thank our founding sponsor for the sports here on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the students of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued that mission through their support of our live broadcasts of Whaler athletic events. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Nation.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as the Whalers have entered the court here to finalize their pregame festivities. They are right in the mix here for a postseason berth for the first time in a few years, but of course they face one of the state's best in Division 5 in the Lions. They come into tonight's matchup. Number 2 are the Lions in the most recent power rankings. Nantucket, a very youthful group, but despite just one senior, new head coach Angela Patterson believes the future is now for this team. And every game, they get more confident in their game, and as they navigate through a feast or famine type schedule, it's important to keep that momentum going here. Again, facing one of the toughest teams in the state, maybe not a game that they end up winning here tonight. However, playing hard, playing for 32 minutes, keeping that momentum going, and making sure they're getting good shots and defend at a high level. And that's all you can ask for kids at the high school level. Obviously, the St. John Paul team coming in at very highly ranked, but they're still high school kids, so they're going to have to put the ball in the hoop and still make sure they do their things on their side to come away with a win on the road. Cape and Islands have a few really quality teams. This Lions squad, one of them, Monomoy, Falmouth, and even Falmouth Academy are all in a position to make the postseason tournament here on the for girls hoops. The Whalers hovering around that 500 mark all season long. They lost their first 3, came back, won 3 in a row, and then they've split the last few games here. They are led by senior Marin Mooney. She leads the Whalers in scoring, rebounding, block shots, and defensively absolutely is a force to be reckoned with. She will have to play large tonight, especially inside the paint area. Make sure she rebounds on the defensive end of things and not allow the St. John Paul Lions team extra possessions. The underclass stars for Coach Patterson include Chloe Washington, Ruby Stedman, and Grace Schroeder. They will have to have a great game tonight if the Whalers have a chance at an upset. This team hung right with Monomoy, who again is another high-quality team in the Cape and Islands League, for 3+ quarters, but it's going to take a full 32-minute full team effort here for the Whalers to pick up victory number 5. As I said, St. John Paul coming in number 2 under new head coach Caitlin McPherson. She inherited an experienced group with a couple of legitimate basketball stars. Newly anointed 1,000-point scorer Devin Crawford. Seems like I've been calling that name for about 8 years, but Devin Crawford has been starting at the varsity level for 5 years. She is a bona fide scorer. Marlo Jumpel, also a star. Her complement fills up the stat sheet as well, so the Whalers will have to try and keep them in check, and it will be a challenge. Honestly, no one has done that thus far. So I would look for some more zone looks and see if the Whalers can get things going in their way. We'll see. It's going to be, if the Whalers are hanging tight in the fourth quarter, you never know. Stranger things have happened. We're coming up with the lineups, player introduction, I should say, and our national anthem and the opening tap coming up right here on the NSC and NC TV. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as your Nantucket Whalers take on the St. John Paul Lions. For all in attendance today, please remember that good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of high school athletics. Our student athletes recognize that judgment calls by officials, coaches, and themselves are made in good faith and should be respected. Spectators can support both of these teams by refraining from derogatory or demeaning comments and cheers today. We hope that you enjoy the game and support the students in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. And before we get to our starting lineups, I do want to recognize our officials, as it is MIAA National Officials Appreciation Week. Thanks very much to Frank Seslow and Steve DiPaolo. Obviously, our officials play a vital role in our high school athletics, ensuring fair play, safety, and sportsmanship for all of our student athletes. Thanks very much. And now for tonight's starting lineup, beginning with the visiting St. John Paul Lions. Number 1, Reagan Dillon. Number 2, Lola Auer. Number 3, Marlo Jumper. Number 4, Michaela Enright. And number 12, Devin Crawford. And now, let's put your hands together for tonight's Nantucket Whalers starting lineup. Number 1, senior co-captain Marin Mooney. Number 2, freshman Ruby Stedman. Number 3, freshman Chloe Washington. Number 11, sophomore Grace Schroeder. And number 14, a sophomore Quinn Canty. Head coach Angela Patterson. And now if we could all please rise for the playing of our national anthem. All right, Whalers Nation, we are all set up for a great game here as your Whalers will be taking on one of the state's best. Yes, please. It'll be Marin Mooney on the jump for the Whalers. And Quinn Canty runs it down, and the Whalers have first possession. Stedman brings it across the timeline, and we are underway here from John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Thanks again for joining us here on the NSC and NCTV. Always happy to have you along here. Inside, Washington, good cut. Nice block on the defensive side of things. And back the other way come the Lions. Quickly inside. Oh, Marin Mooney already making an impact with a block. Good recovery. She was beaten on the pass, but able to get up and block the shot. Lions score. Crawford on the inside. Man-to-man defense by the Lions. Inside, it's Mooney, goes up with the shot, misses. Canty over the top of the rebound. She goes up with the shot. No good. Mooney there for the third putback, and it's good. Again, she's just going to have to play large for the Whalers to have a chance here. Little inside out. Swinging it, three-pointer in the air, off the mark, no good, and cleared by the Whalers. Schroeder across the timeline as we are tied at 2 here. Again, good straight-up man-to-man defense. This will be the toughest defensive squad that the Whalers have faced. Here's Mooney with a short jumper, off the iron, no good. Canty with another offensive board. Washington trying to find some space. Gets it inside to Canty. Over to Mooney, tough pass, but Mooney handles it. Looking to make a move and backing it out, still plenty of time. Oh, nice little inside pass and a foul call. Marin Mooney shooting 2. Grace Schroeder with a good look. That's the first on Lola Auer, the freshman for St. John Paul. Again, 2 first-year head coaches again here on the Cape and Islands League. Missed free throw from Marin Mooney. She's going to have one of those special games if the Whalers are going to pull off the upset. Second free throw rolls in. So 3-2 Whalers with a 1-point lead. Marin Mooney with 3. Pump fake drive, jumper from about 14 feet is pure. Again, Devin Crawford is a legitimate hoopster. It's going to be fun to watch her operate. Chloe Washington with a quick trigger. Oh, in and out. Quinn Canty once again gets the Whalers an extra possession. That's 3 possessions in a row that she has given the Whalers an offensive rebound. Great hustle by number 14 and good positioning. Inside shot no good. Guess who? Quinn Canty with another rebound. Stedman over to Mooney. She drives baseline. Again, good positioning and foul called again. That's number 2 on Lola Auer. A little too aggressive over the top. Second team foul on the Lions. Whalers will put it in. Washington to trigger. 3 ball in the air, no good. Mooney on the backside goes up with a shot. That's blocked. Schroeder, no good. Quinn Canty up, also no good. And Lions come away with it after a few close quarter shots by the Whalers missed. And Lola Auer with the hoop Quickly back the other way. Washington stops and pops, no good. Mooney swiped away by Devin Crawford. Crawford over to the left wing. She gets it back. Mooney picks up, gets a screen. Here's Crawford, drives in again, just inside the three-point line. Shot is no good, and the Whalers will get it as it goes out of bounds. 6-3 our score here, 4:20 to go in the first quarter. It's Nora Rhodes, the sophomore, in for Auer, who has 2 fouls. First substitution for either team. Stedman across the timeline into the forecourt. She gets it over to Schroeder. Tip pass, and I guess Marin Mooney in the lane for an extra little bit. Turnover gives it back to the Lions with a 6-3 lead here, halfway through the first quarter. Nice tap from behind, and up ahead, unable to run it down is Schroeder. Slightly too aggressive, but she steals it. And stolen right back. So Whalers get a break there on the kicked ball. Canty into Mooney. Mooney defended well. Gets it into Canty, double teamed, triple teamed, and back outside to Stedman. Here's Mooney. She drives in. Held ball. It'll go back over to the Lions. And very aggressive on the defensive side are the Lions. We'll see how much the Stripes let them play. It'll be Madden Myers up at the next break to come in for the Whalers. High post for Crawford. Good recovery by Marin Mooney to get out. Deep three by Devin Crawford off the mark. Give her that one. I mean, as good as she is. And again, another steal here as the Lions just keep coming at you. 3 in the air, good. Nora Rhodes with a 3, and the lead swells to 9-3, 6 points, the advantage for the Lions. Stedman drives. Gets the handoff, good little give and go, tapped out of bounds by Regan Dillon. And Quinn Canty will take a seat. She will be back shortly, I'm sure. 2:44 to play here in the first quarter. Whalers down just 6. Stolen away once again. Lions force a turnover. Myers. Oh, nice recovery by Ruby Stedman for the block out of bounds. Great job by the Whalers on the recovery defense. Stedman gets in there and swats it out of bounds. Little pump fake drive. Dish back outside. Here's Crawford. She splits the defenders, loses it. Back outside. Roaming jumper falls. Regan Dillon makes it 11-3. Whalers just got to keep playing. Mooney gets it inside. Pump fake up and under. Beautiful move by number 1, the senior captain. 5 for Marin Mooney. She's scored all the Whalers' points so far. Great up and under. Tip pass and run down by the Whalers. Stedman holds it up, waits for a couple of white jerseys, gets them. Stop and pop for Schroeder, off the mark. Madden Myers is there on the backside and gets it over to Stedman. Stedman drives it in the lane. That's going to be a foul. 3rd team foul on the Lions. So side out to the Whalers underneath the hoop. Minute 43 to play here in the first. First on jumper. Good little swing to the outside. Short is the jumper and blocked out of bounds by Dillon. Washington was there for another offensive rebound. Whalers done a good job on the offensive glass early on here. Stack for the Whalers here. Yeah, tough pass. That's a tough spot for Mooney to. It touched the ground. It definitely touched out of bounds first before Matt Myers touched it, but he had a point. Good explanation by the Stripes there. There you go. Good set jumper. Oh, just off the mark. Rebound. 15-foot jumper, no good. Madden Myers there, and she gets it, but ripped away right to Mooney, who gets the held ball. I mean, I don't know. Looks like some extracurriculars there inside, but no call. And that stack just not there. Schroeder. Again, double teamed and turnover, but Stedman brings it back over the timeline. Washington into the lane, back outside. Mooney for three. Oh, the bank open late for Marin Mooney. And the Whalers are back within three with a three-pointer. Marin Mooney with all 8. And an out-of-bounds turnover to the Lions. 58 seconds to play. The Whalers can cut the lead back to 1. Good finish to the quarter here. Let's see if they can come up with a good quality hoop. Little give and go, tapped out of bounds. It'll be Whaler ball. Good overplay by Enright. 46 seconds, 24 seconds for the Whalers to shoot. Into Stedman. Hands it off to Washington and out of bounds. Turnover back to the Lions. Lions can use all but about 6 seconds if they so choose. Little roll, pick and roll, foul before the shot. No continuation. Score the hoop, continuation in high school basketball. I don't get it. That was definitely on the floor in my opinion, but what do I know? I just got the best view in the house. Devin Crawford with the hoop, and she'll look for the three-point play at the line. Makes the free throw. She's got 7 to lead the way for the Lions. Whalers can use the entire shot clock if they so choose now. Stedman trying to get it to Mooney, tapped away. Back out to Stedman. Washington double teamed. And Schroeder unable to keep it. Back to the lines it goes. St. John Paul with 12 seconds to operate. Out of bounds, remains Lions ball. Now 4 seconds as the crowd doing their best to become a player. 6th man. It'll be triggered in by Dillon. Intercepted. Washington looks up. Over, and the shot will count. Oh, no foul. Oh, Stedman looks like she got hack there as we can take a look here. Washington with a tough look here. Stedman catches it. Oh, I don't know, maybe not. We'll take a quick break here in the NSC. 8 minutes on the clock here for the second quarter. Whalers hanging in there, 14-8.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Whalers will start the second quarter with the ball down 6. Marin Mooney's got all 8 points for the Whalers as the Lions defense has wreaked havoc on the 3 guards so far for the Whalers. Good screen and roll. Myers back outside to inside. It's Marin Mooney. Pump fake up with the shot. No good. Goes back up. Got to be a foul there. I mean, Marin Mooney is going to have scratch marks and claw marks all over her arms as she does have a height advantage over all the Lions. They are trying their best to double team, triple team, and get her out of position, but she is a tough out. Myers subbed out. Inside, quick hoop, oh, just off the mark. That's over the back. Schroeder with a quick shot. As Kaylee Fowler into the game, nearly scored the hoop. Devin Crawford, good crossover, inside, outside, work for the Lions, drive in, shot up, and no good. Marin Mooney grabs the rebound, quickly outlets. Grace Schroeder for 3, and that was tipped, so out of bounds it goes. She thought she got fouled. No whistle. 7 points for Crawford. Leads the way for good pump fake and shot up, no good. Fowler got hacked, no call. Stripes letting them play. Good long pass. Mooney recovered to try and deter it. Unable to do so. Hoop scored by Nora Rhodes, sophomore for the Lions. Gives them a 16-8 lead here as Schroeder loses her dribble. And gets it to Fowler. She goes up for the shot and scores. Kylie Fowler with stick-to-itiveness by the Whalers. Drive in, guess who? Oh, looked like Mooney got all ball as it was an off-balance shot. Marlowe Jumper will shoot 2. But she was a little off, but no, doesn't matter. 2 shots upcoming. First one off the mark. Again, Whalers did a good job on Marlowe Jumper in the first quarter. She was held scoreless. Second free throw short as well, and Marin Mooney clears the defensive rebound. Whalers can cut into the 6-point lead here, down just 16-10. High screen from Stedman. She rolls inside to Mooney. Good position. Back outside. They get it back to her as she repositions. That's an over. Double team. Back outside. Shot up. Off the mark. No good. Schroeder tries to get to it. Here come the Lions. Crawford to the hoop. She gets pushed. An aggressive foul by Chloe Washington. Perhaps a frustration foul there. And actually they give the foul to Stedman. It was Crawford hits the free throw. Point number 8 for Devin Crawford, the senior captain. Second free throw also good. And the lead back up to 8. Just under 6 minutes to play here in the second quarter. High screen by Schroeder. And inside, tough pass to handle, but Mooney does so. Gets it back outside. Man, it is just a lot of hand action by the Lions. So we'll have to see if the Stripes start calling it. They are very active on the defensive end, to say the least. Schroeder drives into the lane. She'll shoot the jumper, and hit it from about 16 feet. Nice jumper from Grace Schroeder. Her second hoop by someone else besides Maren Mooney. But the Whalers hanging in there, down just 6. Mooney goes flying by. Shot off the mark. Schroeder clears the rebound. Slowly dribbles it across the timeline as the Whalers get set up here. Stedman joins her up top. Here's Washington looking inside. Trying to get it to Mooney, overplayed, and good defense by Reagan Dillon. Crawford gives it up. She gets it back on the handoff, drives into Mooney. Charge drawn by Maren Mooney as Devin Crawford picks up the offensive foul. Her first, team's second. Off the bench, Marlo Jumper will enter into the game, replacing Crawford. Actually, her second foul, so we'll see how long she sits on the bench with 2 fouls. And let's see if the Whalers could take advantage with number 1. Three-pointer in the air, no good, off the mark. Fowler there to try and get the offensive board. Driving into the lane is Jumper. 3 ball in the air for the Lions, and it's good. Nora Rhodes hits the 3, and the lead is now 9, largest of the evening for the Lions. Little give and go, tapped away. Every pass is contested, every dribble is contested. Up quickly, shot off the mark, no good. Rebound, grabbed by the Lions. Oh, nice hands by Stedman off and Nora Rhodes, and it will be a Whalers possession. Quinn Canty back in, replacing Fowler. Inside, Washington back out to Mooney for the jumper, no good. Quinn Canty once again there, it goes off her shoe, but remains Whaler ball. Okay. Whalers definitely need some outside shots to start falling. They have taken 6 from beyond the arc already and have not hit one, but got to keep shooting. Good cut by Schroeder. She goes up with a shot, no good. Mooney unable to corral the offensive board. And the Lions back the other way. 3:30 to play here in the second quarter. Jumper drives it in. Open for the 8-foot jumper is Regan Dillon, and she hasn't missed. 23-12. Lions with an 11-point lead. Inside it goes to Mooney. She's double teamed, back outside. Canty, and an errant pass. And we'll go all the way to the baseline, so they'll trigger it from underneath their own hoop. With 2:57 to go, Lions can extend the lead to already 11. Jumper, it's a high screen. Cross court it goes. Into the corner. Good defense by the Whalers, 15 to shoot. Oh, reaching in was Stedman, I believe. We'll see if they get her or Chloe Washington. They give it to Washington, that's her first, team third. 2:37 now left here in the second quarter. Whalers have mustered just 4 points here in the quarter. Been outscored 9-4. Good poke away by Stedman. Jumper guarded by Canty. Works around a high screen. Little roll inside, shot off the mark. Canty once again grabs the rebound as Dillon unable to hit the shot, her first miss on the evening. Inside Canty, tough pass, a little too tall for her. And over the hand and over the head of Nora Rhodes. Turnovers mounting now for both teams here, but the Whalers get the call here, and timeout called by Coach Patterson. We'll take it here on the NSC and NCTV. 23-12, 2:04 to play here in the second quarter. Lions with an 11-point lead.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up.
And Whalers control. Quick shot.
It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
Back to live action here at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Whalers looking to dent this lead here inside to Mooney. She goes up and under and finally gets a whistle. Fourth team foul on the Lions. She'll shoot two, as she was trying to attempt the shot and didn't leave her hands, but she was in the process of shooting, so we'll give her two shots here. First one rolls off. Second free throw, no good. Canty attempts to tap it and taps it out of bounds. So a couple of rare misses from the free throw line by Marin Mooney. Lead remains 11 for the Lions. Clock starts ticking here, minute 45 and counting. Jumper brings it across the timeline into the forecourt. She gets it back, tipped away, but regains possession. Good crisp passing by the Lions, and except for that one. The old reverse broadcaster jinx there. Nora Rhodes passed it to a spot, not a person, and the Whalers, the beneficiaries, with a minute 31 left here in the first half. Can make it a one-possession game bring it under double digits. Except it goes off Schroeder's hands. Right back to the Lions. Marlowe Jumper, the senior, brings it across into the forecourt. Pass into the corner. And off the legs and drawing the foul. Chloe Washington can't believe it. As Michaela Enright fumbled it around, but it will be the second foul on Chloe Washington, fourth on the Whalers, so another one, and the Lions will be shooting. Inside jumper misses, and she hammers Schroeder, and that will be foul number 2 on her as well. Quickly up, it's Canty who drives into the lane, goes up with the shot, rolls off. She gets her own rebound back outside to Washington. Three ball in the air, yes! Ruby Stedman finally gets one for the Whalers, and under a minute to play, the Whalers back down just 8. Great job by Quinn Canty in the first half. She has dominated the offensive boards, and near steal by number 14. Coming off an 11-point game against CCA, she's picking up right where she left off with her great play. The sophomore. High screen by Jumper, rolls in. Shot is blocked. That is block number 2 for Marin Mooney. Inside, denied, off. Ooh, looked like it was off jumper, but nonetheless, Lions regain possession here. Still 13 to shoot for St. John Paul. Good defense on the perimeter here. Down to 5 seconds to shoot. 4 seconds. Not going to get it off. Whalers force a shot clock violation. Solid defense. And the Lions do not recognize. 11 seconds to go here for the Whalers to operate. Going to have to do something quickly. Canty inside. And a foul on Mooney. She will go to line as she gets one to the face. 5 seconds to play here in the first half. Mara Mooney to the line looking for points number 9 and 10 of the first half. Off the back iron, no good. Just 1 for 5 now from the free throw line for Maren Mooney. That one rolls in for Maren Mooney. 3 seconds, 2. Jumper's going to have to launch it. She does so. Counts if it goes. And that was close from just inside half court. Whalers hanging in there, down just 7, 23-16. Come right back here. We've got a halftime interview lined up. So Annie Ard will be jumping out to mid-court. So we'll take a quick break here and come right back. Whalers down 7, 23-16 at the half.
Dodger. In 1965, a group of dedicated Nantucket parents came together with one goal: to raise enough money to develop game film for the football team. The following season, the Whalers went undefeated. These parents became the very first class of the Nantucket Booster Club. Over time, Whaler pride has grown into something far more than just wins and losses on the scoreboard.
Once a Whaler, always a Whaler. 1, 2, 3, Whalers!
Una vez un Whaler, siempre un Whaler! Vamos!
What binds us is Whaler pride. It has shaped our island and student athletes for generations.
Whaler pride isn't just a tradition, it's an identity, a legacy for families who choose to plant their roots here in this community all year round. It can bring generations of island families together, and for Wash Ashore children, it can transform an unfamiliar place into a new home. The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics. It helps provide our teams with gear, additional travel expenses, and much more.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. From the homecoming to the pig roast, and most importantly, Hank, our school mascot. We're here to create a fun and welcoming atmosphere. More than money, we need members. And part of this club, you are a member, not just a volunteer. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
Support our kids and Whaler pride by volunteering for the Booster Club.
Want to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Let's send it on down to Annie Ard. She's got our halftime interview. Take it away, Annie.
All right, as you know, I'm Annie Ard. Today I'm here with my former teammate, the first male captain of the cheerleaders, making history. Who am I here with?
Gamarley Smith.
All right, Gamarley, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great, hoping we're going to win.
Beautiful, beautiful. So obviously you're doing basketball, cheer, but you guys are also doing competition. How's that going?
Well, we're working on a routine right now, and we're hoping to place really far in competitions, but yeah, can't spoil anything else.
Now, if you do go really far in competitions, where will you guys go?
Who knows? Florida, California. I mean, there's many places we could go. There's many options, but honestly, you never know.
All right, so aspect-wise, you have sideline cheer and you have competition cheer. You practice differently. What do you think you prefer?
Ooh, I think that each give us different opportunities to showcase different things. As far as competition goes, I think competition's more, it shows a lot of our stunts and it shows a lot of what we can do as a team. And then sidelines, that's more of our team spirit in a way. So, yeah.
I gotta say, you guys carry a lot of the team spirit. You have the loudest voices. You're always there for everyone. So thank you so much for always being here and having everyone's support. And we'll always support you. Tune into the cheerleaders competitions. Give them luck. Have a nice game. All All right, back to you guys.
Great stuff from Annie Ard. And again, it is just a treat to have the cheerleading squad here in the gym. They are loud and proud for sure, getting the crowd into it at every Whalers Hoops game. And of course, they did a phenomenal job during the football season. And of course, best of luck to the squad as they get ready for their competition aspect of things. Let's do it. All right, well, looks like we've got another interview lined up here as Annie Ard gets one of the Whalers parents here, Mr. Stedman. Annie, take it away.
All right, today I'm here with
Bill Stedman.
Okay, so he's the father of the infamous Ruby Stedman. She's a freshman. She's a starter. How do you feel?
She just has to keep working. That's the name of her game. If she works, she'll do all right.
I agree. I got to say, being a freshman and being on the varsity team, being a starter, that's a great accomplishment. That's a great feat. Do you think that's her work ethic? Do you think it's just her personality? What do you think?
Well, I think the program's building. That's a big part of it. But as a freshman, if you're willing to work hard and you're willing to plug in, her group has had a fortunate situation where they've had the opportunity to get more foundational skills, so they're arriving at this level a little bit more prepped than the girls that are older who did not have that opportunity. So that's to her advantage, to the younger players' advantage. They are getting a little bit more foundational preparation, both in the Boys and Girls Club, but also through middle school and now getting into the high school level. They can begin to start honing in on drills that require like plays. You don't try to work on plays when you're building foundations. She has that foundation, so now she has to gain the plays and learn the plays.
Beautifully said. Now, coming home after every game, just knowing how proud you are, how proud she is, always making those great plays, how do you feel?
Sometimes I just need to be quiet and let her process, because it's her game, not my game. That's a challenge as a coach, dad, and I'm proud of her. She does a good job. She tells me when I need to be quiet and let her just adjust, and those are important details as well.
Last question. Now, as a coach, dad, have you been preparing her for these moments in high school?
As best you can. You're always trying to prepare, but again, they have to make their own preparations. You can only coach a player so far, and then they have to take that responsibility themselves. And at this point, Ruby enjoys basketball enough where she's trying to apply herself to gain a little bit more each time. That's what she has to do. If she does that, she'll get success, and it'll go well for her.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time tonight. Have a great rest of the game. Thank you. All right. Back to you guys.
Great stuff, Annie. And, of course, Coach Stedman, the JV head coach, and very well-spoken. Certainly a coach's aspect there, and he hit the nail on the head, and should be very proud of his daughter, Ruby Stedman, a fantastic player, and she is certainly one of the leaders as a freshman for this Whalers squad. Good defensive effort here to begin the game as they've held this St. John Paul team to just 23 points. They got to get some shots to fall here. They finally hit their first three-pointer late in that second quarter, and great defensive efforts and on the offensive glass as well by Quinn Canty, standing out here. Doesn't show up on the scoreboard as far as points, but, man, she has given the Whalers extra possessions. That led directly to the three-pointer from Ruby Stedman, of course. Again, it's anybody's ball game here. 7 points is no safe lead in the game today with the three-pointer. So lots of activity on the defensive end for the Whalers. They're just going to have to protect the ball because the Lions are coming after it. They have got very active hands and good fundamentals on the defensive side of things. They double team quickly, especially on Marin Mooney. No surprise that they saw that Marin Mooney is a threat underneath. She still managed to have 8 points in the first half, missed 4 of 6 of her free throws. So if she could clean that up, or actually missed 3 of 6. So if she can clean that up, again, if she hits all her free throws, the Whalers are, 4 points down, and it's anybody's ball game at that point. But that stuff will come, all things said and done. The Whalers did their job for the first 16 minutes. Going to take 32 minutes, however, to come up with an upset win. So we'll take a quick break here. A minute and a half left here in the halftime festivities. You can see the Whalers continuing their halftime workout. But we'll be back with the second half here. Whalers down just 7, 23-16 at the half.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Want to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium as we get ready for the second half. Again, want to recognize our referees today, Frank Seslow and Steve DiPaolo, for their great work here. This week is the MIAA National Officials Appreciation Week. So thanks very much for their dedication and great job here, despite me maybe disagreeing with a couple of their calls, or no calls, I should say, on Marin Mooney specifically. But, we won't get into that. Oh, wait, we just did. All right. The Lions will start the second half with the possession arrow. 23-16 our score. Whalers going to need to capitalize on some second possessions. Inside it goes. Good post move there by number 4, Michaela Enright, with the left hand. She gets a quick hoop for the Lions, and it's back to a double-digit lead. Baseline drive, quick shot goes up. Oh, just off the rim by Marin Mooney. She just has a way of dancing that tightrope along the baseline and finding an angle. So she'll shoot 2 shots from the free throw line here. First free throw is good. The lead is 8 for the Lions. Second free throw off the mark. Quickly back down the court come the Lions. Pass inside, jumper, or quick little layup is up and good. That's Lola Auer. And just like that, it's up to 10. Stedman across the timeline. Three-pointer in the air. Schroeder unable to hit. Down on the floor, Quinn Canty gains the possession. She has been an absolute force to reckon with underneath. And the Whalers with a slight height advantage inside. Just got to take advantage of those extra possessions. Here's a three-pointer in the air. Good! Ruby Stedman for 3. And the Whalers back to within 7. She's hit 2 from beyond the arc. Steal by Schroeder. Jumper gets it back and puts it up and in. Yeah, looked like some active hands there as Schroeder had the steal but unable to capitalize. 29-20. Stedman looks inside. Canty. Another held ball, but it'll be back to the Whalers. .631 and counting now in the third quarter. 29-20 our score. Good back cut by Crawford. As the Whalers playing a little 2-1-2. Here's Crawford. Sat for a lot of the second quarter with 2 fouls. Good job by Mooney to deter her drive. Chloe Washington goes in. And somehow a jump ball with that. Whalers retain possession, but that's got to be either a foul or an out of bounds. There's no way she got enough of the possession to force a held ball. Just one guy's opinion. Here's a quick shot by Schroeder, off the mark, no good. Cleared by Enright, and quickly up the court. Jumper goes up and scores. Great transition by the Lions. As Stedman brings it up, gives it up to Mooney. She's cut off, double teamed. Tap back out to Stedman. Inside, tough spot. Again, way too active hands by the Lions to get away with that kind of pass. That was a contested pass, to say the least. Crawford inside, open and unable to hit the shot, but drawing the whistle is Lola Auer. The lead back up to 11 points. Whalers just got to keep playing. Got to keep playing. Lots of time left. But it has been an elevated pace by this Lions squad here in the second half that has led to some quick, easy hoops. Whalers are going to have to get back, maybe not pound the offensive glass quite as much. We'll see if Coach Patterson notices that and makes an adjustment. First free throw up and good. Second free throw, Rainbows off the back iron, no good. Washington gathers it. Jumper harasses, and Stedman gets it across the timeline. Again, nothing easy for the Whalers. Canty took an extra step as she was deciding whether to pass it or drive it into the lane, and took an extra step back to the Lions. It goes, now up 12 with the ball. Inside to Crawford, she makes a move. Good denial by Stedman despite a couple inches of height by Crawford. Good back cut by Crawford. Another cut, and shot goes up, no good. Stedman corrals the rebound and heads up the court herself, gets it over to Washington. Washington tip pass, Canty. Gives it right to Crawford. Crawford all the way in. Good pass, shot up, no good. She gets the rebound, throws it up and in. Timeout by Coach Patterson as the lead has swelled to 14 points. We'll take a quick break here as well with 4:37 to play. 34-20, Lions with a 14-point advantage.
Girls are strong. Girls can throw. Girls can play football if they have a determined mindset. Girls don't have to just look pretty, they can pack a punch, believe me. My name is Ashley Klatt. I'm on the Nantucket Whalers football team, and here's my story. Girlhood to me was very different than a lot of people's girlhood. I grew up watching the Dallas Cowboys every Sunday with my dad, my sister, and my entire family, and I just loved watching the game, all aspects of it, and I just wanted to get that hands-on experience.
Welcome back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. Whalers triggering it in here after a timeout by Coach Patterson. The lead has swelled to 14 points here, largest of the game. 11-4 is the run by the Lions to begin the second half. Stedman, top of the offensive set. Inside to Mooney, and finally a foul called on the floor. Again, she is just getting bumped, bruised, hacked every time she touches the ball, and finally gets a whistle. Whalers will trigger it in underneath the hoop. Stedman, tip pass out of bounds. It is just a very aggressive defensive style by the Lions. If I sound annoyed, it's only because it's so good. Washington gets it in, triple teamed, and another foul whistled. So two quick team fouls. And with 4:09 to play, it's still It's 3 team fouls now on the Lions. First on Nora Rhodes. Into Washington, gets it over. Schroeder swings it. Stedman, pump fake, little jumper, off the iron, no good. Bounces around. Mooney goes up with the shot, no good. Cleared by the Lions, but runs right into Marin Mooney. And Mooney forces a turnover. Stedman gets to it. And Crawford tips the pass, and back come the Lions. Over to Devin Crawford. Shot goes up and in. (36-20) now, a 16-point lead for the Lions. As again, they just have not missed here in the second half. Cut in, Stedman underneath, under the hoop is Chloe Washington. Great look from Ruby Stedman with the assist. And Washington with the hoop. Three-pointer in the air, in and out. Tapped, grabbed by Schroeder. Schroeder looking for some help. We'll get it from Marin Mooney. High screen. She'll stop and pop for 3. Oh, just off the mark. Good rebound by the Lions, but intercepted by Stedman. Oh! A little aggressive on the foul. I don't think there was anything intentional there, but Stedman went down in a heap. Fourth team foul on the Lions. Here's an open 3 look. Off the mark, no good. Myers unable to corral the offensive rebound. Clock continues to run, 2:30 and counting here in the third quarter. Whalers down 14. Jumper from the corner, no good. Washington unable to corral it. Jumper goes up with it, no good. And Mooney with the rebound. They've done a good job on Marin Mooney, though. They know that she is the one. She gets it in position, double teamed. And good backside defense by number 12, Devin Crawford. No surprise there, and forces the turnover as the possession error goes the other way. 2:04 to play here. Whalers down 14. Lions with the ball and the lead. Kylie Fowler in the game for the Whalers. Here's Crawford, denied. Gets it inside. Fowler, good aggressive defense. 3 in the air, off the iron, no good. Battle for the rebound, goes off the Lions. .141 to play here. Whalers need a hoop. They've mustered just 6 points here in the third quarter. Good move by Stedman into the lane. She runs one in. Ruby Stedman with 5 here in the quarter, trying to will the Whalers back in this thing. 12 points is the lead for the Lions. Good job by Fowler. Inside, traveling the call. Reagan Dillon called for an extra step. And with 1:12, let's see if the Whalers can finish up strong here, make a dent into this 12-point lead. Schroeder drives into the lane. Here's Mooney. She's denied. Back to Schroeder. Stedman drives in. Jumper on the way, no good. Quickly cleared by the Lions. Up ahead, it's Marlowe. Jumper. And good foul as the Whalers are just getting beat down the floor in transition. Third foul on Ruby Stedman. Jumper hits the free throw. And into the game for her first minutes is Rosie Sullivan, number 40 for Nantucket. Second free throw also good by Marlowe Jumper. Under a minute to play, lead is 14 for the Lions. Whalers got to keep scoring if they're going to keep pace. Overplay and a steal by Reagan Dillon. Whalers a little disconjointed on defense. Three-pointer in the air. Jumper gets the offensive rebound and hacked by Sullivan. Couple of free throws once again for Jumper. Just 25 seconds remaining here in the third. Members roll for Marlowe Jumper. Free throw rolls in. And Mooney grabs the rebound, quick outlet to Sullivan, and the Whalers will settle it down. That's 7 rebounds unofficially for the senior captain. Deep jumper off the mark by Stedman. 14 seconds for the Lions to operate. Whalers pick up man-to-man. Down to 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4. Crawford's going to have to launch. She doesn't realize it. And clock ends the third quarter, but the Whalers get outscored 16-8, and the lead is now 15 points. We'll actually keep it here and chat about what's got going on here for the rest of the week. Our next live stream broadcast is a double dip on Monday as we celebrate MLK Day. The boys Hoopsters will take on Sandwich in the morning. Tip-off goes off at 11 a.m. and the Whalers girls team, this team will host Barnstable later on in the evening at 5. And let's have a look-see at the cheerleading squad. All right. Well, the Whalers got some work to do here in the fourth quarter, now down 15. As they have not mustered more than 8 points in each of the first 3 quarters. Marin Mooney leads the attack for Nantucket with 9, 8 points from Stedman. And single buckets from Chloe Washington, Schroeder, and Kaylee Fowler. Rounded out. It's been Devin Crawford and Marlowe Jumper in the second half especially leading the offensive attack for the Lions, but it has been defense that has been the story for the Lions here this evening. Inside out game, Crawford drives in. 14-foot jumper is good by Reagan Dillon. She's also stood out on the offensive side of things for the Lions as well. Lead is now 17, largest of the game. Good screen. Washington, deep jumper off the mark. Quinn Canty tries her best to save the possession, but it'll be back to the Lions as they've opened up a pretty comfortable lead here. 17 is the advantage. The formula was going to be more of a hope it's close in the fourth quarter instead of having to come back from 14 points down. Good perimeter passing, 3 ball in the air, off the iron, no good. Mooney gathers her 8th rebound. And quickly up, it's Canty. Drives into the lane, goes up for the shot, and definitely fouled by Crawford. That's her 3rd. Should be 2 shots upcoming for Quinn Canty. First team foul on the Lions here in the 4th. Canty gets the free throw, her first point of the game. Second free throw up short off the rim. Quickly up the court comes Enright. Into the corner. And Crawford sets it up, gets a high screen, tries to work on Stedman. Stedman right there with her. Good footwork by Ruby Stedman. Good switch by Canty. Pick and roll to perfection, however, by Reagan Dillon. Finishes Crawford with the assist. And the overplay has been there all night, up ahead of the pack. Reagan Dillon finishes. Good hoop in transition by the Lions, and the lead is now 20, just like that. Nice recovery by Quinn Canty to save the possession, as Chloe Washington wasn't looking for the ball. She'll launch from three, off the mark, no good. And back the other way comes Dillon, up ahead of the pack. Crawford blocked by Stedman from behind. Great effort. And Canty called for the travel as Madden Myers will enter back into the game. Great hustle by Ruby Stedman, not giving up on the play. Able to block it. But the Lions have poured it on here and have outscored the Whalers by 13 so far here in the second half. Good back cut, but a pass is too far. Mooney with the steal. And Stedman heads back the other way. Again, no roll to the hoop. Here's Myers. She gets a screen. Back to Stedman. Quick jumper by Ruby Stedman is off the mark. Madden Myers there for the rebound. Washington back over to Schroeder. Stedman, top of the key. Again, just that pass has just not been there. And fortunate for the Whalers as Stedman clears the rebound. Lions unable to finish in transition. That's literally the first time they have not finished in transition. Washington gathers, buries the three. Chloe Washington with an answer. The Whalers are going to need a bunch more of those. Juggled the pass, but able to corral it and hit the three-pointer. We'll take a quick break here as McPherson calls timeout. Whalers down 17, 4:56 to play here in the fourth.
Boston Pops.
Who are you for Halloween?
We're in a tough situation, but you guys battled back.
Back to pass Lombardi's got a man in the end zone. Caught, touchdown! Shot, it runs in, it's good.
You got a tie ball game.
It's ahead. Gets it by.
Yeah. 4:56 to play and counting here as the Lions trigger it in. And off the floor, and Marin Mooney grabs it for the held ball. And the Whalers will gain possession here. Good job by the Whalers defense right out of the timeout. Not what Coach McPherson drew up on her play. Schroeder gets it across the timeline. Looking for some help. Gets a high screen, picks up her dribble, though. That's a tough spot. Stedman. Over to Schroeder. Again, that is just a tough pass. Mooney ends up with it. Schroeder open now, or Stedman open now for three. And inside Madden Myers. someone's over the back and someone's got their hands on the ball. They call the held ball, but Madden Myers draped with a couple of Lions jerseys. And no whistle. 4:12 to go now as the Lions can add to their 17-point lead with a hoop. Jumper gets a high screen, drives in, Myers picks it up, and somehow Marlowe Jumper uses the backboard on a tough angle and gets the roll. 47-28 the lead. Schroeder driving in, stops, pops, shot blocked. And back the other way come the Lions. Crawford, right wing. Quickly into jumper, denied by Marin Mooney. You can hear that one all the way up here. Smack of the ball by Marin Mooney with the left hand. Not in my house. Inside, and a foul called as Stedman was beat on the inbounds pass. So Crawford will go to the line to shoot 2, looking for her first points here in the second half. But just too much offense by the Lions for the Whalers to hang with here. And again, the defensive pressure all over the court, especially on those entry passes to Marin Mooney. She's been unable to operate cleanly. And 2 free throws from Devin Crawford as the lead swells to 21. In the corner, it's Mooney. She drives baseline, cut off, double teamed. Back outside, Schroeder unable to pull the trigger, gets it back inside to Mooney. Double pump. If she's in the air, you got to call the foul. Two free throws upcoming for Marin Mooney. The Whalers have scored just 4 points here in the first 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. Mooney's first free throw rolls off. Second free throw also off the mark. Three-pointer in the air, no good by the Lions. Run down by Dillon. Good defense by Madden Myers, denying. And back out to Crawford, who gets it set up. Still plenty of time to shoot for the Lions. Stedman. Denied by Marin Mooney and kicked. It went out of bounds, but no call. Washington gets to it. She'll shoot the shot and hit. Chloe Washington with 7 all day. 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Shot up by Dillon, no good. Grabbed by Myers, gets it over to Stedman. Whalers got to kick up the pace here a little bit if they're going to make a little run here, make this thing interesting. Or they got to hit some shots from beyond the arc. Stedman stops and pops. Oh, good looking shot just off the mark. Inside it goes. Guess who? Marin Mooney with a great recovery and another block. She's got 4 in the evening. 4 blocks for Mooney, and she'll get it here. Back outside, Schroeder, good recovery. Defense by the Lions. Stedman breaks the double team and unable to hit the shot. It's just very good fundamental defense by this Lions squad. Crawford tosses Stedman's arm away and drives in. She kicks it. That's all the way Whalers ball. Good job by Nantucket getting a hand in there. Quinn Canty back into the game, and 3 fresh bodies for the Lions as Stedman, Lola Auer, and Reagan Dillon take a seat for likely the last minute 21. Washington over to Canty, who takes the jumper off the mark, no good. Run down by the Lions, and It'll be Whaler ball in the corner with 1:11 left here in the game. Washington back over to Schroeder. Canty, running shot off the mark. Another rebound by Marin Mooney. Another rebound by Quinn Canty. Shot off the mark. Canty unable to corral it. And the Lions clear. Under a minute to play here as the Lions will pick up another victory, move to 9-1 on the season. Whalers, good double team by Stedman. And that will draw a whistle for a held ball. As again, the Whalers, no quit in this team. Gotta love that. They will fall just a little too short here. 3 ball in the air. Off the mark, no good. Mooney rips it away and puts it up and in. "12 rebounds by Marin Mooney here this afternoon. And that's going to be another turnover as the Whalers will get one final shot here, it looks like, with 13 seconds to go. 49-32 our score. Stedman up, down to 10 seconds. Quick trigger by Schroeder, no good. Battle for the rebound. And that will do it for the game here. Our final will be 49-32. Whalers fall to 4-5 on the season. Again, 8 points in each of the quarters for Nantucket. Just not quite enough to hang with this high-powered offense and great defensive squad of the Lions. They move to 9-1. Again, the Whalers drop to 4-5, but have plenty of games still out there, lots of points, as they fall to a Lions squad that is number 2 in Division 5. And again, first-year head coach McPherson inherits a very good team, and they are well on their way to another playoff berth. Whalers need to keep right around that 500 mark if they're going to make a little late run here in the season and make the playoffs. We'll take a quick break here and see if we can grab a post-game interview as the Whalers enter the locker room for their final post-game thoughts from Coach Patterson. So stick with us. Final score from John Jay, 49-32. We'll come on back with a post-game interview with either Annie Art or Ashley Klatt.
Community media, from my point of view, is organic.
It's power.
Public access to me gives me an opportunity to get my word out to the larger community of the town that I can't get to on my own.
This is good programming. This is what people say, well, how come they don't ever write anything good in the news, right? This is the good news.
What we're doing is critical, it's important. We have to stay energized and motivated to do this work in our community, but understand that our real mission is to hold up our part as we encourage others to hold up their part around the planet.
So I was 14, I joined SPNN, Set It Up program, which is an after-school program. We created our own TV show that was put out in the public, and I went along, did that till I graduated high school. Currently, I work with Youth Prize. I'm their youth storyteller. I create all their media and content having to do with like telling stories.
It seems like there's been an incessant attack on black leaders and on black interest. And we believe we have a right and a duty to respond.
Too often we are encouraged to think of ourselves as insignificant and as meaningless.
Getting involved in a way is telling the world no. And we need more people to say no.
People in neighborhoods can now do what only corporations could do a generation ago.
I'm here live from the mud pit.
Disability Viewpoints can cover disability issues at a little longer length, which the local news hasn't been able to do.
I wanted to share all the wonderful things that life has given to me. I thought, what better way to give back to humanity than to just share from the heart?
Conscious programming to me feels like where we want to go as human beings, where we want to feel alive.
It gives me an opportunity to talk about theater, the arts, writing, directing.
Because it's us, it's the community stepping up and grasping onto their own show.
I connect my culture by myself, but Olelo provide a facility for me.
And that gave me the opportunity to go out in the field and actually use the equipment and get more hands-on experience with it.
If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be where I am doing what I'm doing today.
Not only did people come up to me and say, I saw you on TV talking about your organization, they asked about it.
And that's how I learned the value of being a producer, because you touched one life and a family that was sitting there, brought them together at that time. I really enjoyed that.
This station broadcasts a lot of different things.
Olelo is unique in that it is offered to everyone who lives on this island.
What my ancestors and my kupuna and my parents and family have done, I get to do it in my own way. Growing up, they've instilled a sense of deep responsibility as being able to keep the stories alive.
Without this opportunity, we might lose it one day.
It gives us an avenue in which we can be heard and also be seen.
And I think public access allows that.
It's given me a chance that I wouldn't have had at the bigger markets or the bigger studios.
It's a powerful mechanism that actually makes people think about things. There's news shows, there's entertainment.
Want to welcome you back to John J. O'Neill Gymnasium. We actually have new head coach for St. John Paul, Katie McPherson, hanging out with Ashley Klatt after the St. John Paul Lions took care of some business here.
Can you hear me?
Against our Whalers. 49-32 was the final score. Let's bring it on down to the court side with Ashley Klatt.
My name's Ashley Klatt. Welcome back to the Nantucket Sports Connection after a devastating loss to the St. John Paul Lions. We're here with head coach Katie. Coach, how is it being a first-year coach and being the number 2 seed in Division 5?
So I get really fortunate taking over this job because I have 4 seniors that just lead the team in everything possible. They are the defensive leaders, they are the offensive leaders, and they're just fantastic human beings. So for me, I walked into a program that was already established. They're used to playing a high level of excellence, and I just get to add on to that.
Is there anything in particular, offense, defense, that your team strives for particularly?
We strive to just get everybody involved. We've worked really hard on our team defense this year, especially on that help side. They're working on communicating. Offensively, we're just trying to get as many girls involved in scoring as we can. The game tonight, Reagan Dillon had a fantastic offensive game, and she, in the last 2 games alone, I think she's put in more points than she has all season. So she's, we look for those opportunities to get everybody involved.
Well, thank you, Coach, for talking to us. I'm Ashley Klatt. Thank you for tuning into the Nantucket Sports Connection. I'll see you guys real soon.
Great stuff from Ashley Klatt. And again,
so
congrats to Coach Katie McPherson, as she said, inheriting a very good squad. And they put up 49 points to our Whalers, just 32. We're going to try and track down another one of our coaches here as Ashley Klatt roams the sidelines with Sean Davis. We'll be back at it again on Monday as we have a double dip of hoops. Once again, the boys will take the court here early on, and the Lady Hoopsters will host Barnstable later on in the evening. The Whalers will take on the Sandwich Blue Knights, looking for win number 7 on the season. They took a tough loss off island against the Nauset Warriors last night. 82-70 was the final score. And it looks like we've got head coach Angela Patterson down with Ashley Klatt and Sean Davis, as we'll take it courtside once again. Ashley Klatt, you can take it over with head coach Angela Patterson.
Welcome back again. We're here with Nantucket's head coach, Angela Patterson. Coach, what were your thoughts on going into this game today?
Going into the game, we knew that it was going to be a tough team. Our main focus was defense, and I know the score might not reflect that, but I think our defense was pretty locked down the entire game.
It was very back and forth the entire game. What stood out to you particularly?
Defense. Our offense was a little flat. We had probably multiple turnovers. I don't know the exact number on turnovers. But again, our defense, the score might not reflect it, but our defense, they have a very strong basketball team, multiple players that can shoot the ball anywhere, can dribble, drive, and I believe that we held them to lower points than they normally would have.
Yeah, thank you for chatting with us, Coach. I'm Ashley Klatt. Thank you for tuning in to the Nantucket Sports Connection.
Great stuff from Angela Patterson. Again, she hit the nail right on the head. I thought the defensive pressure was fantastic. Just couldn't quite keep up offensively, especially in transition against a quality Lions squad. We'll wrap it up here. As you can see, the boys looking to do some practice here in front of us at John Jay. The season continues along as great job from Ashley Klatt, getting a couple of great interviews from both head coaches, as always. Nice to chat with the other side as well. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap, and that is tonight was one of those affairs that the Whalers ran into a buzzsaw of offense in the St. John Paul Lions. We'll be back at it again Monday morning with some early Martin Luther King Day celebrations on the hardwood and 2 games on the docket. As you can see, Charles and Chars getting ready to tune it back over to Channel 1072 and all the festivities on NCTV. Thanks very much for all of us here at NCTV. Have a great evening, Whalers Nation. Whalers fall 49-32 to the St. John Paul Lions.